Hey, welcome to the Sportz Nuts. This is episode 148, or as we like to say, Money Lines, episode 3. I am Brandon. Man, sitting next to me, Shane Owen. How are you doing, brother?
Man, doing good. Sorry for the late start, guys, but my belly came to calling, so I had to get something to eat, and it took a little longer than expected. But hey, we're here, and we're ready to break down a few games for you guys this evening. I know Mr. Brandon's feeling under the weather. We're waiting on Matt right now. The log on and get situated himself, but Brandon, my day's been okay. Is been a lot of troubling news here
Yes.
lately, and may the good Lord bless is how I'll start it off, and I'll let you go further into it.
Yes. Today we had some really tragic news happen, unfortunately. Look, guys, regardless of your political views, left, right, up, or down, whatever your viewpoint is, it's never okay to um, take someone's life. And regardless of how much you hate that particular individual, you don't take someone's life. You don't, and then you don't sit here and celebrate because Joe Blow is a fan of X, Y, Z, and ABC, and not of DEF. You don't do that kind of stuff. It's not acceptable. Unfortunately, today we lost an individual who was a father, who was a son, who was somebody's husband. They were 31 years old. They're not, unfortunately, going to get the opportunity to see their children. They left behind a 3-year old and a 16-month-old. They're not going to get to see them go to high school, graduate from high school, go to college, graduate from college, walk down the aisle, become a grandparent. And it's very upsetting what has happened. I am Matt. I am sick. I'm actually just doing a quick shout out. And then tomorrow, y'all. So real quick before I go into tomorrow, hold your loved ones close. Hold them tight. Just know that violence is not the answer, regardless of what you believe or don't believe. It's never okay to take someone's life. It's never okay to wish harm on anybody. Put yourself in the shoes of that particular individual's family now. They're never going to get the chance to see their loved one. And if you had a loved one whose life was taken abruptly out of the blue, would you want people to be sitting there celebrating and laughing and saying things like it couldn't have happened to a better individual? No. Love each other, care for each other. And then real quick also, guys,
And
go
by the
ahead.
way, that was kind of his straight message as heated as debates got. It was all about love one another.
Yep.
And that's all that we're asked to do. And it's important in a time like this to reach out and really just love one another for who they are, not by political views or differences that you guys may have. Just everybody needs to reach out and just love one another.
Exactly. And also, um, enough with the school shootings, y'all. We had another one happen today at Evergreen High School, in Evergreen, Colorado. Enough was enough with violence. Just stop. Stop the hatred. Stop the violence. Stop hurting each other. It's not worth it. When you go and it's your time to go meet your creator, is he going to sit there and say, "Oh, you did good because you harmed somebody, you took someone"? No. You don't want that under your conscience. Just love each other. And then real quick, tomorrow is a very special day in American history, unfortunately. It is 9/11. It's been officially 24 years since the horrific events happened on that fateful morning on September 11th, 2001. Never forget all those lives who were lost. And if you guys quickly can just give a quick at the exact times the planes hit the World Trade Center and the times that the towers collapsed and then the plane crashing in the Pentagon and the other one in Pennsylvania, just give a moment of silence and recognize they are people that unfortunately lost their lives too. And violence again is the name of the game on this part. We don't accept it. Before I leave, which tonight I'm under the weather. I've had a really rough day with my vertigo. For those who don't know, which you should know now, I did have a heart attack. My heart does have problems, and it does affect with the ability to be cognitive at times. I get very nauseous. It's also I have a deep inner ear infection, so I've been very nauseated, and it's not fun. It absolutely sucks. Matt, how are you doing, man? It's good to see you as always.
Yeah, what's up, fellas? What's up, man? Just came in, got the tail end of your conversation. Uh, Horrific events today, man. Horrific events today. But
Yeah, love
gotta,
like Matt always tells you. I always tell you and Shane, like love each other, care for each other. It's not worth it. It really isn't worth it in the end of the day to take someone's life just because you don't like how they think or how they believe or what they follow or whatever doesn't give you the right to take their lives. If you don't like them, just walk away. Go away from them. That's all you got. That's all we say. Go away from them. If you don't like it, don't go near it.
yeah. And I don't know if you touched on it, but I see a lot of messages saying, "Oh, this was deserved," and this and that and the third, man.
It's so
That's
sad.
crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. This kid dude was a 31-year-old father,
Of
and
two,
a husband.
3-year-old and a 16-month-old.
So
He
I
will
mean,
never get to see them walk down the aisle. He'll never get
and
to
he
hold their hands again.
and he had his opinions. Did his opinions come off as kind of rash, of course, but not one lie was told. So
Yeah.
let's just leave it at
Don't look, guys. We're not sitting here to talk. We're not going to talk about politics. That's not us. But what we will tell you is love each other. It's written in the Bible: love thy neighbor, love each other, respect each other, and realize violence is never the answer. It's never going to be. With that being said, you guys have a wonderful evening. Hopefully tonight, this man below me and this man beside me, I'm 2 for 2. These two can maybe earn you guys just a smidge of spending cash for the weekend. I'm going to turn it over to Matt. Matt has full reins of the show. Showed us Shane. Please comment. They absolutely are welcoming your comments, your concerns, any questions you may have for the selections that they're talking about tonight with trying to earn you some money. They are welcoming it all. Real quick reminder: there will not be an episode on Friday. It is mine and my wife's 10-year wedding anniversary. And then also next Tuesday, we have Wisconsin Whitewater. The football program is coming on. Just a lot of good things to come. That being said, you guys have a wonderful evening. And Matt and Shane, I will talk to you on probably later tonight. Y'all take care, okay?
All right, we'll see you, brother.
All right, have fun.
Oh yeah, well, now that we've got all the kind of the pre game stuff kind of done.
Yeah.
Man, I'm ready to dive into this weekend. We didn't think that this weekend would be a great football weekend on our calendars when we first started off, but man, is it turning out to be one, both in the college and the pro ranks. Kind of early storylines building up. As always, we're going to go through the excuse the guest.
What you have to eat, man?
Well, I hadn't eaten yet, but I got a hamburger and some fries, of course. From local spot. So, please forgive the guest. She's being kind of clean. We're doing some renovations around here, so heavy machinery and stuff like that. But man. We've got like 5 great college games that we're going to cover, both me and Matt. And of course, we've got our own kind of games that we want to kind of highlight and bring attention to in the college rank. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, now second week in the NFL, we're going to go into, 3 kind of big national kind of, hey, let's pay attention to these games, guys. Kind of deal, and then of course we'll give one a piece of kind of. I went kind of more along the lines of the betting odds on the one that I chose. So it's just kind of what we think and what we want to do. But before we get into it, let's go ahead and let's talk about it, man. Matt, how great is it to have football back in general in full swing, to say the least?
Oh man, you couldn't ask for anything else right now, man. This is kind of what we've been missing, man. The last few months, man, of the show. We had baseball come and kind of take us to some places. We had some hockey here and there. NBA, to the tail end of the NBA. Dating back to the summer, but Man, it's a beautiful thing. Just glad to have it back. That brings fantasy football back. That brings fantasy sports back. I mean, NFL's back. College football's back. Next month, the NBA's back. I mean, it's just getting to that time again. Then it's going to be fall outside. It's going to be kind of cool. It's not going to be too hot.
It already is up here, as you know.
It is. That is down here too. It's kind of cool. It's getting kind of cool down here too, man. We had some 70s, low 80s right now, which for us here in Atlanta, that's kind of we'll take it, man. But nah, man, like you alluded to, man, it's just a great thing, man, that we're getting back into this football thing.
Oh yeah, well, let's waste no time then. Let's go ahead and get into it. The first kind of national game I want to highlight is going to be this Florida LSU game that we're fixing to see. It's Florida's 0-2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of rumblings and everything else. If Spitgate didn't happen in that game, we might be talking a different story kind of deal. But we're talking about number 3 LSU and still Florida, a talented team. They've got this game in Death Valley, by the way. They've got this game at LSU at only 7.5 point favorites. And then they've got the over-under at 47.5. From what I've seen from Florida's offense this year, I'm still looking for Waldo, I guess. You could say that. The LSU, given 7.5 points, I think LSU is going to take it by 14 plus. But I'd watch out for this under on this game for sure. Yeah. Matt, what are your thoughts?
I gotta agree with you here, man. Nothing about Florida tells me. Well, I think the combined score they got is what 47, 48 or something like that.
47.5 is the over under.
I think it's all going to be LSU, man. I think LSU is going to get 35, 40 points by themselves. To be honest with you, man. But we'll see. We'll see.
I could see it also going in a trap game kind of sense, like LSU 38-10.
Yeah,
as well. So like I said, I'm definitely going to take LSU, given the points here.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm going to kind of stay away from that over under.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of stay away from the over under too, man, because it's kind of. I mean, I don't know. 40 again, 47.5. I mean, it could be a 25-24 game. It could be that. We know how these SEC games get. But then again, like we said earlier, like you said, it could be a 38-10. So we'll see, man.
Oh yeah, and I know this next game that we're going to get into. I know you're itching at the bit for this one, but we've got Clemson playing Georgia Tech. What was that, Paul Dodd Stadium?
Mm-hmm.
The Rambling Wreck coming out there in the old Model T. I know that they're going to be plenty hyped for this game for sure. They've got Clemson favored right now, given 3.5 points. Over under on this game kind of surprised me a little bit as well, with 51.5 points.
Wow.
My buddy Matt, he'll be up here this weekend for the race. As I've said before, and he's a huge Clemson fan. Been to many games with them, many ACC championships, many games in Death Valley as well. But man, he said, man, it's 3 new players to the same old Clemson team.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, Georgia Tech, they were supposed to come out and be a contender, and they haven't looked to be in that sense at all yet this year, even with the great, quarterback guru minded head coach and a returning what's this, his 3rd year return starter?
Yep.
Quarterback.
Yep.
They've looked kind of off sync. So, with this over under being at 51.5, I'm going to take the under on this one. And that's really my only safe bet that I can see. The Clemson 3.5, I don't know. It could be 7 Clemson's way. It could be 7 Georgia Tech's way. I think defense and special teams is going to be a big key in this matchup, and that's why I'm definitely taking the under on the bet, but kind of wary of the spread here.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you, man. I'm kind of wary of the spread too, man. But I I think it'll either go Clemson's way. I think Clemson's either going to, I won't say blow them out, but I can see Clemson winning by 14 points.
You didn't want to put your favorite slugging in there, Mollywop?
No. I don't think they're going to mollywop them because Georgia Tech is actually pretty sound defensively a little bit. And Clemson, it just seems like Clemson hasn't found their stride yet. You know, it just seems like they haven't found it yet.
Their offense reminds me a lot of Florida's offense.
Yes.
Plenty of talent, hasn't played the type of talent. Although Clemson played well in the first game against that type of talent. Yes. But it wasn't enough to get them over the hump. They didn't execute on both sides of the ball extremely well, and that cost them the game. But they have the talent to do so. They do have the talent to do so. And I agree with you on the under here, man. Again, I don't see enough out of Georgia Tech's offense to make me believe that they're going to put up a whole bunch of points. And Clemson does have the potential to put up a bunch of points. But again, like I said, that to me, it just seems like the offense hasn't really clicked yet. The defenses on both teams, I think, are going to be fine. But it's just these offenses, man. I'm just not too keen on them. I can see something like a 14-28 win, something like that. But for Clemson, to be honest with you, I do think they're going to. I think they'll cover it. I think they'll win by more than 4 points. I think they will. But as far as the over under, like you said, man, I'm gonna have to take the under. Oh yeah, well, and then let's go from this one to the next game. I mean, Notre Dame is sitting here fixing to play A&M this weekend, SEC school, in its own right. But they're sitting at 0-1. They lose this game. How are we talking about Notre Dame after this? They are favored in this game by 6.5 points. Yeah. Over under 6, sitting at 49.5. I can tell you, I'm wholeheartly surprised at what A&M has done this year. Elko's second year there. I mean, it's kind of the opposite effect where he left. Where he left and where he went on how they're doing in their second year compared to how Manny's doing there in Duke in his second year. Yeah, it's kind of very vast comparisons because of the schedules, but I mean it is what it is, and this A&M team, they've, as we've talked about it plenty of times with the NIL money. Mm-hmm. They have the most NIL money to give out there. So I mean that's one thing that you got to look at. So that roster is going to be talented no matter when you face them and where you face them. This is kind of one of those senses: is Miami really that good, or is Notre Dame really that bad? So this one kind of scares me. But I could see two different ball games here. I could see like we saw in Texas A&M with Johnny Manziel and Duke in that ball game. Yep. A 48-52 ball game going into the fourth quarter. But then I could also see Notre Dame gets up by a couple touchdowns and then they let Love do all the work. You know what I mean? Yep. So this one I'm kind of. I don't want to give anybody either way. My gut tells me to take A&M and the points here, but I'm not for sure. Like, hey, let's go with both bets right now, over and under on this one. So I'd say I'm going to take A&M. Just slightly because Notre Dame's defense has got to prove a lot. Yeah, Notre Dame's defense is going to have to prove a lot, man. With Texas A&M being a kind of I don't want to say a surprise, but they kind of holding up to expectations a little bit here, man. As far as the over under goes, man, like you said, this could be one of those games where, it could be an over. Like both teams
could combine for 60 plus points, you know. But I think they're gonna tread around it, man. I think they're gonna tread around that 49.5 number, man. Man, this one at all of them, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. And it's like you said, you know, is Miami that good or is Notre Dame that bad? So
small sample size here.
Exactly. Very, you know, early in the season, man. Early in the season. That's the beauty of it. The uncertainty because it's so early in the season. But you know what? No, Notre Dame is a touchdown favorite. I don't think Notre Dame is going to cover, man. I don't think Notre Dame is going to cover. I just don't. But I can see, you know, I can see Texas A&M putting up a fight, and I can see Texas A&M. I won't be surprised if they win. Would not be surprised. But as far as the over under goes, if I had to pick, I'm gonna go with the over. If I had to pick.
Okay. I like it. I like it because I could see it getting into a shootout late for sure. But you know, with that one, we go from, you know, this game is kind of a toss up to man, probably one of the best matchups that we're going to see this year. You know, even what we've seen early on between these two teams. We've got Georgia, Tennessee. You know, big SEC East rivalry. Deal here. Man, it's just you know, kind of good old fashioned hate. It's not the name of the of the game or anything. Yeah. I know there's one out there like that, but it's just kind of, you know, I mean, they made country songs about the Georgia colors and Alabama colors and, you know, Tennessee. So it's one of those things in the South that you know, college football is king. And that's kind of what they focus on. But man, we've got Georgia, Tennessee, you know, in Neyland this year. Georgia's still favored by 3.5 here. And they've got the over under, you know, kind of running around what we see normally with the beginning of the college football season, around that 47-52 marker. But it's right now at 49.5. Man, I can tell you, I didn't believe in Tennessee until I saw them play that first game against Syracuse. And although their defense gave up a lot towards the end of that game, Syracuse is a different animal when it comes to, you know, their high-paced offense that they run. And Tennessee, like Tennessee's defense this year looked like Alabama's defenses of the past. They have the athletes. They look like they can play. They look like they know the game, and they fly around to the ball. You see those white helmets going everywhere. Georgia, who was, you know, kind of lackluster in the performance last weekend, you know, they didn't even cover they didn't even cover the over against you know, a formidable opponent. But you know, I can see this game being one of those ones that we're going to talk about at the end of the season on which team we're going to put where in the playoff. So you know, as I said, we're going to the Bristol race. Bud Light, who is a college football sponsor this year with ESPN, they're doing a whole village and doing a screening of the Tennessee Georgia game right before the race goes on, being right there near Knoxville and everything in Bristol. So it's going to be fun game to watch. I've got this as my upset. I've got Tennessee. I've got Tennessee, and I've got the over.
See, I got Tennessee, but I got the under. I got Tennessee, but I got the under because, as you mentioned, you alluded to it. It's the defenses. The defenses. With UGA, with Gunnar Stockton at the helm, and this being his first year at the helm, I just don't think their offense is as fluid and consistent as it was in the past. You know, with Carson Beck and, you know, with Stetson Bennett and those quarterbacks prior to, man, you know, Jake Fromm and all those guys. I just don't think they have an offense like that. The defense, Georgia's defense, is always going to be stout. They're always going to have D line. They're always going to have those linebackers. They're always going to have those safeties. And because of that, I think Tennessee is going to outscore them. But I think it's going to be the under. I don't see both teams combining over 50 points. I can see Tennessee coming out with like maybe let's say 30-17 type game. It can get that. It can get like that, or it could be a close, 21-17 type of game, or it could be a walk-off field goal. But I do think Tennessee is going to take this game.
Oh yeah, well, I like you there, and I think the money line would agree with you. I don't know what it is currently, but I think just outright that money line would agree with you. Of course, I think that's one that's going to change over the next couple of days for sure. Yeah. But let's get into our last national matchup. We're going to go with the underdog kids here in USF against Miami. Man, we've seen USF take down 2 ranked opponents already this season in Boise State and Florida. As we mentioned, for University of South Florida was still in the game with Florida before that personal foul, kind of gave them the position to get where they did, in better position to actually seal the game more so than anything. But, man, it's, everybody loves the Cinderella story. Now, as we mentioned before, is Miami this good? This is going to be kind of their first test outside of the big opening matchup with Notre Dame. So right now, USF is getting 17.5 points, and the over-under is sitting at 57.5. Last time I checked, USF has still not allowed 20 points this season. So I'm going to say the under is where I'm putting my money here. But and my heart goes USF the cover, but I'm not sure. This might be, one of those, we gave it all in our first 2 games because we knew it was coming. Now we kind of knew this game was coming, but did we give it all already? Kind of deal. So I'm kind of scared on that one. So I'm definitely taking the under here. And like I said, if I was a betting man, I'd go USF. And this is another line that I think is going to change in the next couple of days for sure, because I think that's going to be the way that the betting public goes. And so that line might go down to 10.5. If it's at 10.5, I'm staying away from it.
Yep. I agree with you, man. At 10.5, you definitely got to stay away from it, man. I mean, Miami there's such a heavy favorite right now, but this is one of the, I always said this. I said this when he was here in Georgia. Carson Beck, he giveth and he taketh away. This is one of those games where I hate to just have a complete dud. I mean, there's been games against lesser opponents where he's just been a complete dud. But with that being said, though, if I'm gonna be a betting man here, I'm gonna say that Miami does win by 18, 19, 20 points. I'm gonna say they are, and I am, but ooh, you know what? I'm gonna roll with you. I'm gonna take the under on this one too. I'm gonna take the under on this one. I'm definitely gonna take the under on this one.
Oh yeah, well, and it seems like a common theme that we're talking about with these SEC quarterbacks. It's that they play to the level of their opponents.
Yep.
I mean, DJ Lagway is a perfect example on what he's done this year so far. You look at Carson Beck. He played up this game, but his history at Georgia, you can't say much more than that. It's just kind of a toss up. I mean, I think that these 5 games are going to be great to watch. I hate that I'm going to miss some of them due to the race, but we've got a TV and a generator and all that good stuff that we're going to take out there to the racetrack, so we can kind of keep our eyes on this. And who knows, I might maybe even put a couple dollars down, being up here in North Carolina. But man, Matt, what's your first kind of game that you want to highlight? Just kind of one that you think would be good to watch this weekend.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with I want to see this Ohio State versus Ohio University. I kind of want to see that game. I know Ohio State, their favorite with the spread is like their favorite to win by 34.5. You got the over under at 54.5. And Ohio State, they need to win by 35 or more just to cover their spread pretty much. So I kind of want to see if Ohio State's going to go full throttle the whole game, or if they're going to let their foot off the gas. I'm pretty sure Brandon talks about Ohio University so much, man. I'm sure he'll be tuning in to that one. But that's one that I kind of want to. I'm gonna take a look at just to see the temperature on Ohio State. I want to do that. Another one I'm gonna be looking at is Oregon versus Northwestern. Oregon is a huge favorite. They're favored to win by I think 20. The spread is 28 points. Over under on that one is a 48.5. Oregon, again, the same thing with Ohio State. I want to see how Oregon looks like, man. I want to see, if they play down to the level of competition or not. But I think both of those teams, Ohio State and Oregon, are going to cover, and they're actually going to probably go over on their over-unders.
Okay, I like that. That Northwestern Oregon game kind of intrigued me as well when I was looking at point spreads and all. But I like your thought on it. I think Ohio might bite off more than they can chew with the trash talk that they've had this week.
That's why I highlighted them. That's one of the ones I want to see. I want to see if they can kind of put their money where their mouth is a little bit, so to speak. Not even win the game, just show up and make something of it, man.
Well, what was it? Their coach in the press conference thought the quarterback was a wide receiver as well.
Something of that nature.
Yeah.
Being very disrespectful. Being very disrespectful.
Well, and it's all great because like we said before, football's back and this banner's back, and we get to laugh at it. We get to joke around, but at some point these guys actually take it serious. So we've got to respect that fact as well. So with that being said, I'm going to go into kind of my three games that I've got a highlight on, being a fan or betting wise. And so with that being said, I'm going to go to my first game is going to be the game Thursday night, NC State Wake Forest. NC State's looked pretty darn good on offense this year. They're only given 7.5 points to Wake Forest, be it they are at Wake Forest this Thursday. But I'm actually going to go with State on this one to cover that 7.5 plus. The over under is 52.5. I could see it going either way on this one. But with the 52.5, I believe it might be like a 35-21 game. So I'm going to go with the over here. My next game to highlight, kind of one of those mid-conference games that I think could be a very interesting game, especially playing at night at Coastal on the Teal Field as East Carolina and Coastal Carolina. I guess you could say battle of the Coastal Carolinas, but between the two teams being there on the coast of each Carolina, North Carolina, and South Carolina. They've got ECU favored here by 7.5 points. ECU, man, I've got a couple guys from where I used to live there in Sherrall that play there. Zay McKeever Man, he's a beast up there at defensive tackle this year after transferring
Yeah.
back from East Tennessee State. But man, it's great to watch him. But this being a 7:30 game, kind of one of those big, kind of what this is Sun Belt Conference kind of first game for both of them, I do believe.
Yeah.
So I could see this, being a kind of a tough matchup. The over under here is 55.5. I'm going to go with the under, with it, being the first conference matchup for either team. But I'm going to take the ECU with probably a 10 to 14 point win, squeak it out here. Um, my next game, I'm going to have to go to the good old fashioned backyard brawl.
Mm.
We've got Pitt against West Virginia. Me being a Hokie fan, neither one of these teams is high on my list.
Yeah.
But
I bet.
Rich Rod's kind of made some noise, and kind of doing good things to get West Virginia back on track. Pitt, they kind of seem like the same mediocre ACC team that we've seen in the past because they don't have a great quarterback. So I'm going to go the Pitt's favored by 6.5 here. I'm going to go definitely with West Virginia on that, being home in Morgantown for sure.
Yeah.
Over under on this, though, I'm definitely going the under. We've got 58.5 on the over under. So I'm going to go on the under here for sure. But I think that it's going to be an interesting game, and we all know how rivalry games go. Like they're pretty hot contested matchups. So it could either be a shootout or it could be, hey, who's going to get that last defensive stand kind of
Yep.
deal. That's kind of what we got for you on college. If anybody else has any games that they want our opinions on, please comment. Let us know. We still got till Saturday to get them done. So if anybody needs any help, just let us know. We'll be happy to lend our unofficial expert advice, to say it lightly. Uh, but since we're done with the college, let's go to the NFL. And NFL this week has some pretty decent matchups that I think a lot of bettors and people should pay attention to. And so I'm going to kind of go ahead and highlight a couple of them.
Okay.
And go from there. But first off, we've got Washington and Green Bay.
Yep.
Man, this game is pretty good. I mean, for a Thursday night matchup.
Yep.
I mean, we're getting right into the heart of it, really. Hold on, I'm having some trouble. My stuff didn't load, so I've got to look at the odds on the game on this one for some reason. But as far as I can remember, I think they had Green Bay at 3.5.
Yeah, Green Bay the Commanders with Green Bay at 3.5, yeah, with the over under at 48.5.
Yeah. So from what I've seen from both these teams this year so far, is a mirror of each other.
Yeah.
The only difference is Washington has a deep wide receiver room, and Green Bay doesn't. Green Bay has a deep pass rushing defensive end ability, and Washington kind of doesn't. I think it's going to be a great matchup. And with it being that, I could see this being in Green Bay. there's just a lot of holes that I saw from Washington last week, and Green Bay just seemed to methodically kind of do everything right.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to kind of go with Green Bay on this one, with a covering the spread. Now the over under, different story. Different week to the NFL.
Yeah.
We've always, I mean, what was it? The Bengals last weekend, 17 points.
Yeah.
I mean, against the Browns defense that had, as you mentioned, that played great, but had many rookies and inexperienced players playing on it. Didn't do great.
Yeah.
It's like we've said, it's the first couple weeks of the season. You don't
Mhm.
really know until you get in about week 4 or 5.
Pretty much.
So we'll see. But Matt, what are your thoughts on this one?
For that one, man, well, for the Green Bay and Green Bay and Washington.
Yep.
Yeah, for Green Bay and Washington. Sorry, man, I had a brain fart there for a second. for Green Bay and Washington, man, I think the Packers are going to cover that one. I think they're going to cover it. But off with both of these teams, I think they're going to go over. I think they're going to go over, and the Green Bay has a pass rush now. They have a good defensive line, especially with Parsons there. But I can see this being a kind of a back and forth game, man. Again, we're still early in the season. These defenses haven't really settled down yet, and buckled in yet. It's early in the season that's kind of the time you want to kind of shake the rust off and get yours, so to speak. So I can see both of these teams kind of lighting it up. It's funny, usually when games that you feel aren't going to be, high-scoring games, they end up being high-scoring games. And I see out of all the under-overs for all the games, this is the second highest after the Cincinnati Bengals and Jacksonville Jaguars as far as the over-under total. So I guess they're expecting some points here. So, man, I think the Packers are going to cover, and I think it's going to be with the over.
Okay. Well, and as the title says, this is money lines. So this is my kind of NFL bet game. Like this next one that I'm going to talk about. Like I love how these numbers are right now. Of course, like we said before, they are subject to change before the game starts. But let's talk about this Bears-Lions game.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they've got Detroit. I think just today it went up from 5.5 points to 6.5 points now.
Wow.
So they've got Detroit favored by 6.5 points, but they've got the over/under at 46.5.
Okay.
I know Detroit's offense didn't look to be clicking like they were last year. Kind of on all cylinders. They had a couple, offensive line miscues, but of course, going into the season, we all know that defense shines first, and the offense gains rhythm throughout the season. And that's kind of what Matt Campbell's done, throughout his tenure there in Denver, is their offense just kind of gets enough, and then explodes.
Yep.
Man, this under is a ridiculous bet. I'm taking the over all day. I mean, we saw what happened with Minnesota and Chicago in the second half. I mean, it was just kind of a lackluster second half kind of deal. But Chicago, their first 2-3 drives looked to be unstoppable on offense.
Did Caleb Williams look good?
I mean, that was Caleb Williams looked like a top 5 quarterback those first 3 drives.
He did, especially that pass when he was rolling off to the side to the right and he threw it and the receiver caught it out of bounds. Oh, man, that was a heck of a throw.
But that's why I'm definitely taking the over here. I mean, we all know the prowess that the Lions have on offense. With
Mhm.
Amara and Jameson Williams, that's going to take you off at the top. Jahmyr Gibbs, Jared Goff. We all know what they can do on offense. But this Bears offense is that they have playmakers as well. They may be young, but they have playmakers.
They do.
So I'm definitely taking the over on this. The way that it's swinging towards the Lions on this deal, I'm not liking it. I think the Lions will win. I don't know if it's going to be a 7-point ball game because this Bears team just looks like they're going to stay in ball games all year.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there, man, and a testament to the coaches developing the players over there in Chicago, man. They showed some toughness and some grit against the Vikings. I mean, but unfortunately, it didn't go their way. But I mean, for the most part, they look good, and they just like you said and alluded to, they're gonna be in most of these games. So I do see them kind of hitting over with going against Detroit right now, man. We know Detroit got those running the Lightning and Thunder running back duo they got over there, man, with Montgomery and Gibbs, and also the Bears, man. They utilizing their backs a lot in the passing game, with Swift out there. So, it's.
I know you love that.
Oh, of course I do. Of course I do, man. PPR. of course I do. Of course I do, man. So, man. Of course. So I paid a little bit of extra attention to them, but I agree with you. I think they're gonna hit the over. They're gonna hit the over. But who as far as the Lions, what about that spread? I don't know. I don't know about that one. I can't agree with that one. Yeah, I can't agree with that one.
6-7.
Yeah.
But who knows? And so this brings us right into America's Game of the Week. We've got a Super Bowl rematch between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah,
man. From what we saw from both teams, it was kind of the Chiefs are putting things together in the receiver room, and the Eagles are putting things together in the DB room.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a very interesting matchup coming into week 2 with all the hype. I mean, there's no other Fox late game that they're going to air other than this one. And that doesn't matter where you are. This is what they're going to air.
Yep.
So it's kind of, should it be in the Sunday night game or the Thursday night game? All media outlets are going to argue that for the money wise. And a lot of local fans are going to be ticked off at the media outlets for only covering this game. But right now we've got Philly favored in Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium by a point and a half. The over-under is 46.5 on this game. This game's very, very, very intriguing. What, Matt? Do you see the money line on this one? Do you know?
I don't see the money line on it.
Because this is about as close to an even as I can see as far as the money line goes on this game.
Ooh, this one's gonna be it's gonna be a close one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a close one. But I mean, so I would take away the points here, and just say winner is winner, kind of deal. So like I said, the money line should be about even on it because whoever wins the ball game, I think is going to win by more than 2 points.
Exactly.
So that's why I look at the money line as even on this one. Although we don't have the information, I think that it possibly could be. But from what I saw this week, Jalen Hurts is a different quarterback this year than last year. He is methodical in the plays that he calls, but also is more of a scrambler runner than he was last year. Like he looked downfield last year. This year he's running the ball because everybody's bailing out. So I think that the Eagles have this game over under. I'm probably going to take the over just because of the offensive weapons and the lack of defensive backs that either team has, kind of deal.
I agree. If this was last season, I definitely would have took the under if it was last season. But since this season, both teams are showing that, the secondaries aren't really, as strong as last year. I would definitely gonna take the over on this one, man. I can see both teams getting well over 24 points here, man. In this game, but then again, you never know, man. It can come down to just one chip shot field goal. 145 50-yarder, to win the game, and so I get it, but I'm gonna go with the under here. Whoever wins it. They're definitely gonna win by more than a point. Whoever wins it, but I'm definitely gonna go with the over here.
Oh yeah, well, Matt, I don't know. Where's your NFL game of the week highlight?
I'm gonna go to Monday Night Football here, man. I'm gonna do Monday Night Football, and with that, the Monday Night Football game is Tampa Bay versus the Houston Texans, man. The year before, as a rookie, C.J. Stroud had so much promise, man. Everybody, you couldn't not say anything and not hear anything about C.J. Stroud, man. And you couldn't hear anything negative about him. Last year, it was kind of a down year for the team. Understandably so, as teams in the division got better and teams in the AFC got a little stronger. But I think from what I have, I don't know if I have the updated ones, but they got the Texans, at a 1.5, and then we got the total over under at 44.5. I think they are going to.
They got Houston at 2.5 now.
So Houston's at 2.5 now. Okay,
at 42.5.
Okay, at 42.5.
Yep.
I think both teams get over. I think I'm gonna go.
That Buccaneers offense.
Yeah.
I know we had Peter Blake on, man, and he said it. Abuka looks like the real deal.
He does. Looks like he's Mike Evans' replacement, not replacement, but he's going to ascend. Mike Evans pretty much, man.
Yeah. And then when Chris Godwin gets fully healthy.
Yep. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a tough out. They're gonna be a tough out. They're gonna be a tough out, man. And to think one of their rookie wide receivers, who's supposed to be a big part of their offense, got hurt. So, our young wide receivers that they had, I can't remember his name. He's the fast one. He was a rookie last year, very fast.
Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. But I'm gonna highlight this Monday night game, man. I think. The Texans do have great defensive players on the defense, with Stingley and, with the defensive line, strong defensive line. Linebackers are real solid too as well. I'm more so worried about the offensive receivers after Nico Collins. It's like, okay, who are we going to really throw it to here? But, I don't think they're going I don't think the Texans are going to cover. But I do think that both teams are going to go over, and I think the Buccaneers are going to win this game.
I kind of agree with you on that for sure. Especially being it's a Monday night game kind of deal, and Tampa Bay. They win this game against Houston. They're kind of sitting pretty with the first two wins because I believe they're the only team that won in the NFC South this week. Kind of deal. Yeah. So as we've said before, they kind of quietly get things done. They put themselves in the position to be in the conversation to win that division every year, like I'm going to talk about these rookies for Tampa Bay. They look good early. We'll see how it pans out. But since Matt highlighted his game, I'm going to go ahead and highlight my game. I went with one. You know, I was kind of battling back and forth between that other Monday night game with the Raiders and the Chargers. But the one I want to highlight is Denver and Indianapolis.
Okay.
Um, um, when I did outline for the show, they had Denver at only a 1.5 favorite against Indianapolis. Indianapolis had a great flash in the pan last week. You know, that's what I'm going to call it, because this team, other than that one game that they played last week, doesn't show me anything on paper at all. And the Broncos are one of these teams that we're looking at. Okay, they're right there with the Chargers now. Young quarterback, great running game, which we saw and was not expected from the Broncos last week. But I mean, we see these teams that are trying to get up there to compete with Kansas City, and I mean even Las Vegas. We thought that this was their down year kind of deal.
Yep.
But they showed up. They were the second most efficient offense in the NFL this past week.
Yep.
You know, but in that sense, you look at it, Daniel Jones and the output that they put in week one, 33. What was the final there?
A lot to a little.
Yeah. I think it was like 33-8 or something like that. I'm taking Denver all day on this. All day right now at these odds. And I'm looking on ESPN right now. It's still at 1.5 with the over under at 43.5, which is realistic, which is same from what I had from my notes looking back on them. But man, I'm taking Denver all the way. And man, if the Colts offense put up 33 last week, I could see them at least putting up 17 this week. So I'm going to take this over as well. You know, this is kind of one of those ones that I'm going to highlight that this Denver, given the points, is definitely going to hit a kind of deal.
I agree with you. I agree with you here, man. Denver,
yeah, point and a half. Denver,
is
potential playoff team. Is what we were talking about. Over the Colts, who were battling with the Saints, the Browns, and the Panthers.
Dude, that whole
for number one pick.
Yep, that whole division, man, with the Broncos, the Raiders, the Chargers, and the Colts. Man, that's gonna be a. Whew. But anyway, back on topic here.
Didn't every one of those teams win last week?
They did,
except for Raiders won. Yeah, every one of them won.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
except for Kansas City.
Except for Kansas City.
So, hey, what a season will do! It'll just flip it all around.
Exactly. But I mean, hey, man, I don't know, man. The Colts looked really good with Daniel Jones at the helm. They looked really good. But I also got to give a testament to their defense. So, but the Colts
defense has been good.
Yeah. And I don't know what got into Danny Dimes. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just a assurance that he's the starter after they decided to go with him over Richardson. But that's looking like it was a good idea. Although it's just one game. We're gonna see, man. But I will play it safe here. I will go with the Broncos to cover the spread. And I think it's going to. I think they'll do it with the under. I think it's gonna be the under.
The under. Really?
I'll tell you why. The Broncos have one of the best defenses in the league. I got to see that defense up close and personal when they played the Falcons last year. They have a very good defense, and you know, with Surtain and you know that whole secondary, man, and that D line, them boys are fat. The boys are fat up front, man, and
not FAT.
Yeah, so you know, man, that defense is ridiculous. So I don't think the Colts are going to have the same offensive success that they had against the Dolphins. But I do think the Broncos, they're going to grind it out. They're going to win. They're going to score maybe 21 to 28 points. And they're going to win. They're going to hold the other team to, I think they're going to hold the other team to maybe just 14. I think a couple touchdowns, if that. The Denver Broncos defense is legit. So I would go with the under here.
Yeah,
but we'll see. We'll see.
We'll differ on this.
We'll see.
But because that offense, hey, you take away the run game, you still got to deal with the pass game.
Yeah.
And
it is Danny Dimes. It is Daniel Jones.
It's Danny Dimes, but you give him outlets and a line. Like Indy has a line.
Yep, they do.
They do. You put any mediocre quarterback behind a good offensive line, and they can put up numbers.
But he has to show me twice. He showed me once. He got to show me twice. He got to show me twice, man. And this is
make sure it's not the two-faced Danny Dimes.
Exactly. If he does what he did against this Denver Broncos defense, I will come on the next one and say he is legit. He is legit. So, because this is the defense here, man. This is one of the best defenses in the league. So, if he can do what he did against this defense, he's legit.
Yeah, this is the defense in the AFC West.
Yeah.
I mean, point blank, this is the defense that everybody is trying to get around.
Yeah,
because they have it from top to bottom. The linebacker core is mediocre, but you got it on the front end, you got it on the back end. Mm-hmm. Hey, the middle's going to take care of itself.
Yeah,
kind of deal. But like you said, you like the under. I like the over here, just because of the offense prowess that Indy showed last week for sure. But man, Matt, we went around with a couple games. And I hope everyone out there got a little bit of insight from us, although it be amateur insight and our opinion kind of deal. But it's been great. And Matt, I know you're kind of winding down and getting ready to get on with us for all these segments now, since you've got everybody trained up and stuff like that.
Man. Yeah, so man, this Friday. This Friday is my last day doing it, man. I'm back 100%. So
oh yeah. So we'll be expecting a lot from you, since you're the one with all the money now, and being able to bet on these games.
Hey man, it ain't fun if the homies can't have none, man. So hey, we share.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just, my mind went back to old gin and juice lyric right there. But either way, man, it's been man, great to talk about these games, and like I said, I hope we gave a little bit of good insight. That's all a matter of personal opinion, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But man, Matt, man, can you tell us, kind of what's going on in like fantasy? We got the pick'em too. So can you kind of tell us, kind of how the first week of fantasy went, and how to get your pick'ems in this week, since we don't have a show Friday. I guess we'll go ahead and make sure we submit them by Friday. Kind of go through all that. So
yeah, man. There's no problem at all. I mean, as you guys know, man, fantasy is fantasy. What's fantasy without injuries? George Kittle went down for a bit. He could be out for some weeks. I think that's the major injury right now in the NFL. So if you're looking for somebody to pick up, there's a tight end in Cleveland.
Fannin.
Oh man. He's number four
mm-hmm. Rookie performer from last week.
Yep. So you could look at his direction there. in some leagues. There's still some other tight ends out there, man. Some solid ones. Tight end isn't really a position. It's an important position, but it's one of those positions where you can get anywhere from about 4 to 8 points and you'll be happy. Anything else more than is a plus when it comes to the tight end position in fantasy football. So you can look that way if you're owner of the tight end who was just injured out there in San Francisco. You can do that, but for the most part, man, some people look good. Derrick Henry looked great as always with his performance. I think 170 something yards with 2 or 3 touchdowns. That fumble hurt at the end, but his offensive production outweighed the fumble drastically. So hopefully it didn't hurt too much. Zay Flowers was good.
No, it didn't, did it?
It did not. Sure didn't. No, Zay Flowers was good, man. Lamar Jackson was good. That whole Baltimore offense is like it's going to be good. Still waiting for Mark Andrews to go back to form where he was 2 years ago. But guys, just week 1. Don't overreact unless your guy got hurt. There's no need to overreact. Just let it play out a little bit. And we can go from there. Now, as far as the pick'ems go, let's do it like this. Submit them on Twitter or X. Just submit them. We can submit them to the Sportz Nutz. And we can go from there. To me, that seems like the best way to do it. What do you think, Shay?
Oh yeah, well, I think Twitter, X, Facebook. As long as your name or hashtags or @ or something's attached to it, then like I said, we're keeping score, and I don't know what your record, Matt, was last week, but I seem to think it was pretty good.
26-4.
Okay, yeah. So we're pretty close. I was 25-5. So I think we're doing pretty good. So somebody's got something to say about
I got
this.
something to say.
I see it now. But man, like I said, y'all just let us know you pick them since we're not going to have a show Friday.
We're gonna mute me, Matt.
Oh yeah, we should.
No,
We should.
you guys got to email the picks in. That's how I had the standings for it.
That's how you. But
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Pick'ems, not you guys.
That's not how we're gonna do it.
I created the pick'ems, not you. You got to email so I can put it into the system. I actually have it on the spreadsheet.
We can tell you created the pick'ems.
I have the spreadsheet, by the way.
Oh yeah. But
what was your record? What was your record, Keeler?
What was my record?
Yeah, what's your record?
Oh, here, I'll tell you right quick. Hold on. I can tell you exactly.
Okay, but hey, we're giving everybody the opportunity, so we want everybody.
My record was 25-5. I'm sorry. And Shane was 25-5, and Matt was 26-4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means I was number what?
You're number 1 by half a game.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's okay though.
That's okay. I took it in fantasy.
Yeah. And by the way,
you
Matt,
got
you're
me.
wrong. There's another major injury. Brock Purdy is out for at least 4 to 6 weeks.
Is that official? Yeah, I don't think that's official.
Yes, it was officially announced on ESPN. 4 to 6 weeks, he is out.
Yeah. You see what people get to do when they don't get to talk about the other games.
I know, right? They get the.
I'm ignoring you.
How you feeling, man? You feeling a little better there, Brandon?
No. I had this horrible echo in this ear, and it sucks.
Well, hey, man,
it's a bad.
You'll be all right, man.
Yeah, I've got an echo going in between my ears a lot. Like
because it's empty. It's empty in there. That's why.
Oh
man,
no, it's not empty. There's a lot going on.
He's full of he's full of attacks today.
Oh man.
Right.
Well, I can tell you, my eyes are still blue and they're not brown, so I ain't full of it yet.
I don't know. Matt is though. Look at Matt's eyes.
Look at these.
Look at that. Ever seen the hairline, Brandon?
You know what? Shut up. It's not receding. Thank you.
No, it's gone.
It ain't gone.
Oh yeah, but Brandon, since you were lovely enough to join us as we were kind of getting
Are you serious?
towards the end of things, man.
Matt, you see this whole what it says on the screen, right? How many people are watching versus how many thumbs up? Look at the screen.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, look, man, we're talking
Come
about
on.
money.
We're not doing this anymore, y'all. No more
about money.
23 stuff.
Money lines.
Who knows? Who knows? We may come back in the second half.
You know what? We're not doing this 28-3 stuff, y'all.
That's crazy.
Now 27. So somebody
this just in, guys. Brock Purdy is out many weeks as well.
Yep. So, but man, Brandon, since you were able to join us, hey, give everybody your sign off, and what episodes do we have coming up next?
Yes, actually, Matt has the rundown, but yes, we will not have episode.
Them eyes said different.
I texted it to him. So we will not have an episode this Friday. Yes, remember it is my wife and mine's anniversary. And Shane will be out of town. And
I'll be in town but busy.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Before this is what it is. So for our upcoming episodes, guys, there's no episode on Friday. Remember that, okay? Tuesday the 16th, we got the Wisconsin Whitewater football. On the 19th we got the Morehead City Marlins. And on the 23rd, the Augusta Pro hockey team. They will be joining us, guys. So tune in, like, subscribe, and understand, guys, we're at episode right now 100.
We're about to hit 150.
150. We're about to hit 150 here, man. There's no other. It's very rare. There's no other, podcast really that's we're not even a podcast. There's no other sports entity, that's giving you all sports, no matter what the sport is, that's providing entertainment. Now I understand you gotta look at them, but you get to look at me.
Yeah.
You get to look at me.
But all sports,
yes,
all the time.
Yes. So, but yeah, guys. I mean, look, we appreciate everybody, man. We always appreciate everybody. We wouldn't care if we had one like and one subscriber. We'll still put the same energy and effort in, man, because we enjoy doing this. So we enjoy everybody. Hopefully, me and Shane can get you guys paid off for these money lines, but also, hopefully next money lines episode, I can kind of start doing some picks, some like solo picks as far as players, getting the over and under on yards and things like that. Some prop bets, man, because that's what I specialize in. That's my specialty.
Okay,
that's my specialty.
That's my specialty.
Okay. So now that you said that, I'm going to go with so next money lines episode 4.
Yes, sir.
You gonna go ahead and put me with extra homework. We're gonna go with the top 10 prop bets.
Okay.
For the NFL weekend.
Perfect. Works.
I'm down for it.
Yeah, we can do it. Yeah. We can do it. So, yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting, man. As we continue to grow and as these shows continue to grow, our network continues to grow with different types of shows and things like that, man. I'm sorry, I'm just happy to have my schedule and my time back.
You have to go to now. If you'd answer your phone and send shorts, you'd be even happier.
Oh my gosh, as well. Hey, man, look, man,
saying.
Been working literally 20-hour days, man. Oh God! So for the last 3 weeks, man. So
do you hear it?
Yeah, that's the money. That's the money that I accumulated while working.
That's the world's smallest violin, sir.
So that's the money I accumulated while working those hours.
Yeah. So. He could buy that world's smallest violin by now.
Yep, you can. A little extra left over too.
Yeah, man. So yeah, guys. So look for.
So breaking news: if you guys would like to can contribute to anything, just ask Matt and he'll pay for it.
Or no. Just look for Matt to be on 485 in a G-Wagon here soon, probably.
G-Wagons only make it to like 80,000 miles, then they crap out. So but hey, I ain't looking at those Polestars, man. A Polestar 2. I'm looking at those, man. Those electric cars.
No, don't look at those. No, those are the worst.
That bad? You
want how much it is to replace the battery? I'll be happy to tell you. It's $32,000 to replace this is 10 batteries. Because 60 Minutes did a special on it, actually.
On the Polestar?
Yes. What? Them and Tesla's. Tesla's is $19,000 to replace the batteries. Polestar is $32,000.
That's
in which they have no way to dispose them, and that's it makes up more waste. Lithium, right? It makes up more waste than the carbon emission from a car that drives 10 years.
So technically, is it really helping the environment?
But we're not
No,
going to
it's
get
not.
into that. We're not going to get into that. Buy a used car that you can buy.
Buy a Ford truck or two.
No, buy a used car that you can buy outright.
Is that your smelling salt?
For low miles.
Big red.
Big red.
Big red freshness, right back to it.
No, Brandon, you always call me Ricky Bobby. I call you Cal Dalton. If you don't chew Big Red, then
He stabbed me in the leg with a knife.
I'm on fire.
So pretty much, speaking of Ricky Bobby and then Cardon, what I was gonna say, Brandon, when you said what your record was, I was gonna say, if you're not first, you're last.
I'm not last though.
But I'm first.
Actually, Ben Rodriguez is last. He was 20-10.
Well, hey, look, it is what it
and
is.
everybody else was 21-9. So
it is what it is.
Hey.
That's what it is.
It is what it is. But last time I checked, that fantasy, I'm still number one. So I'm going to hold it as long as I can because I know where it's going from here.
I dropped Kittle, Matt, to the bench.
You should have put him on IR. You put him on IR?
Yeah, I put him on IR.
Yeah,
because I have him. So
yeah, every year it's going to be a player that's going to be on IR.
And then Brian Pettit said he had Brock Purdy, and their season's definitely over now without him. But did you see the report that came out on NFL Live today about Matt Ryan? About Kirk Cousins could be traded to the Niners.
Oh well,
yeah, it's a real possibility. Apparently,
they need a game manager.
I'll tell you what, I like that Ricky. I like that
they're going to eat that contract.
Yeah, I like that Ricky Pascal kid, whatever his name is for the Niners.
Did you see what Diablo did for Atlanta?
I like Pascal.
Did you see it? Diablo for Atlanta?
Devon Diablo. He's back the Raiders.
He tore it up.
Yeah,
he's legit.
Well, yeah.
Fast.
I mean, he only came from Virginia Tech, so
only.
Yeah, and that was the last great player, I think, because they are horrible. Like I got a thing that I'll share with y'all, and we might share it next episode later. But worst teams in college football right now, of course.
I know the answer real quick.
Of course, number one is Akron.
Why did you steal the thunder on that one? Everybody, if you don't know that Akron's the worst, then you really are living under a rock.
Yeah, but I'll send this list to you, and you guys will get a kick, and we'll talk in depth probably about some of these.
So Akron's worse than Kennesaw State.
Akron went 0-12 last year, and they haven't won a game in 2 years.
And they hadn't scored a point this year.
And it's so funny. Someone sat there and said that Northwestern was going to beat Oregon. Did you not see they haven't scored anything? And by the way, quick shout out to Presbyterian College, the smallest school in literally all of sports. They received votes for the FCS poll. They actually are number 27 out of. They're that close to 25. If they win this week, which they should. They actually could be voted into the top 25 of the FCS poll. They've won 6 straight dating back to last year. They beat the number 11 team Mercer, and then they beat Furman in overtime. Like, how crazy is that? The coach only makes like $49,000 a year, and they're getting ready to be ranked.
He's about to be paid next year when he goes to a new school.
I had a buddy that played at PC, and it's really small, but it's a great program and
beautiful campus.
They do right.
It's a beautiful campus. It's down in Clinton.
It's Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton. Sorry, Clinton. It's beautiful down there. Really pretty area. But y'all, if y'all have never gotten a chance to see it, Presbyterian is an absolute tiny college. But shout out to them. Shout out, by the way, goes to Matt for getting me all those shorts that he's supposed to get me today. 3 of them, I believe. I'm just kidding. Had to throw that out there.
You know what, Brandon? You can continue to ask and ask and ask.
Well, then just send them and all
when I send
you
all of them at once.
I'm in charge.
But I said all of them at once.
That's me. I'm sorry.
That wasn't me. Don't think that was me. That wasn't me.
I'm stirred.
That wasn't me. That wasn't
Hey,
me.
make sure you guys, if you can, get a chance, follow our good friends. As you guys did see, Ralph did make a comment. Follow Ralph at RW Media. He's been on our show. Really had a good time with him. Check them out. Check out Pinsman Sports. Help him get to the Covenant 1,000 mark. Help Ralph get to 2,500. And then if we can help Tiger Stripes Media get to 250, they are absolutely great people. We can vouch for them. We 100% approve of them, and we had a lot of fun. But I gotta say this to you guys. Despite me being sick, and I apologize for everything. As you see, I keep laying my head back, but I apologize to that. But I absolutely
So big.
think that this team right here, y'all, we rock it, and we rock it like no other. Matt's right. We are the only sports entity that will bring you all coverage of all sports. Which, by the way, I'll let you guys know, Arizona Christian is going to be coming on our show. It is an NAIA football program, which NAIA, another one, like folks, this is what you get with the sports census. We have literally every angle imaginable, and we tackle small, medium, large, even extra small. I wouldn't be surprised if we can get Presbyterian's football coach on our show. Maybe I'll have Shane try and get a hold of him. What do you think, Shane?
I don't know. I mean, if it fits into the schedule at some point, we're going to try.
Shane trying to eat his food right now, man. Shane trying to eat his food right now. Shane, like, my stuff getting cold, man.
That being said,
I got an air fryer. We're all good.
With that being said, for everybody who tuned in tonight, we absolutely appreciate you 1,000 times over. Shane, what do you tell everybody, sir?
Oh, well, as always, man, we appreciate everybody tuning in and listening. Around the globe, I guess we could say now.
We are.
So, man, it's great to hear, man. We appreciate all the support, and may the good Lord continue to bless, and peace, love, and bacon grease.
Peace, love, and bacon grease indeed. Hey, real quick, let you know they did arrest the shooter in the Charlie Kirk murder. So I just wanted to let you guys know that is actually on the news. So that was there. Matt, what do you say to these lovely people, sir? Other than you got all the money.
I'm broke. Nah, man. Nah, guys. The football season's coming up. Well, football season's here. The weekend's coming up. Just making sure if you're going to go out there and you're going to drink, make sure you do it respectfully and make sure you do it, from a sense of responsibility. Well, you have a sense of responsibility. Let me rephrase that. The last thing you want to do.
We got a DD. Don't worry, Matt. We got a DD for this weekend.
Good. Because the last thing I want to hear about you, Shane, is that you were riding down the highway and then a whoops came up behind you.
You saw them.
And they came up behind you.
Well, last time we learned not to spend $400.
Cue them, Shane. They came up behind you, okay? Walked up to you, can you roll down that window, please, sir? License and registration. You were going in and out of the lines. Then next thing you know, in the slammer, for a whole weekend, Shane. We don't want that. We don't want that. So Shane,
we got that covered.
So be responsible. Be responsible, Shane. Get home. Drink at home.
Well. We went up there to that Braves game.
Yeah,
we paid for a motel room, and we're not going to do that again. When we can have somebody that can be sober enough to drive us home.
First of all, Brandon, you know when he made the mistake at Brandon? When he said motel. He put the motel. That's where he made his mistake. I was
say the Motel 6.
That's when he made his mistake in Atlanta.
No.
Hotel motel.
No, this was in Bristol.
Yeah, Matt was telling you about the hotels in Atlanta. You don't want to go to those.
This was at the motel. This was at the closest motel to
you don't want to go to the motels.
You don't want to go to the motels in Atlanta.
Let's just say we got back there at about 11, and we left at 5.
Hey, Brandon, you go to Brandon.
We had to check all the corners.
No, the hazmat suits on if you're sleeping in a motel.
No. We had to check the corners of the sheets and the beds
really
and everything.
What bed bugs? The bed bugs?
Yeah.
All you can do is 3 days. He's wearing a wire.
No. This is what you hear. This is what you hear. Where's my money? That's what you hear, boy. That's what you hear.
It sounds like you have experience on that one, Matt.
I have no experience with that one, man.
You set yourself up.
Hey.
Come on.
Hey, I've been down to the beach before and walked in and been like, man, I paid you this much for a room. Well, that's what you paid for.
You're the one that paid $43 for the room.
Yeah, for
you
a
get
night.
$43 worth of stuff.
Yeah, for a night for 6 people in the same room. So I mean, we were young and dumb.
Hey, who's sleeping on the floor?
Last week we talked about that was last week, James.
Me. I sleep on the floor. I love the floor.
With the roaches?
No. Because
them roaches over there, them bugs about that big.
they spray for the roaches, but you can't get rid of the bed bugs.
You can't get rid of them bed bugs, boy. You gotta put the iron.
Size of a freaking face.
You gotta put the iron on the bed. You gotta put the iron on the mattress.
No. You gotta put the kerosene or the gasoline on the sheets while you burn them outside.
I'm sleeping in the car. I'm sleeping in the car, man. Y'all can't. Man. I'm sleeping in the car.
All right, well, let's go ahead and finish this thing off, fellas. How about
guys,
that?
Thank you so much for everybody tuned in.
Don't
we
get flagged.
Appreciate it. As I always tell you guys, peace up, A-Town down, Wise. So greatest sports day there ever was. Hey, remember, no episode Friday, but we'll see you on Tuesday. Yes, but the Wisconsin Whitewater head football program is going to be there. We'll see what it's like to be a perennial powerhouse in D3. You guys have a wonderful evening. Don't drink, don't drive, and like Matt always tells you, don't get pulled over, and don't be stupid. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful weekend. By the way, Cassie, happy anniversary. I love you, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Good night. And don't say anything, Matt.